The Impossible Shot shooters face many challenges whenever they put their skills to the test. Moving targets, stopwatches, wind, distance, and more. But since we do most of our shooting, and they're shooting in the warmer months, they don't often have to face the cold. Until now. And I saw you rubbing your hands in cold. It's a little chillier out here today.
Yeah, I think it's going to only be in the 40s today for that.
Kind of like winter.
Kinda, yeah, for Alabama.
For an Alabama boy, this is winter. It may not be snowy Minnesota, but for the South and for Byron Ferguson, this day of shooting is a bit on the nippy side. But how much does that cold affect those fingers shooting?
It's not really affecting my fingers as much. I'm just worried about, pulling a muscle. The back muscles back here is what you use to pull the string, so you got to stay loose. Yeah. You got any whiskey?
Well, I don't have the whiskey out just yet, but I do have Byron's next Impossible Shots challenge ready to go, and here it is. It involves a disc, our version of a frisbee, and 3 different sizes of plastic balls.
First ball is about the size of a baseball.
We will start with the largest ball taped to the disc. I will then throw it away from Byron, and he will try to shoot the ball off the disc in midair without touching the disc.
We're kind of imitating hunting bobwhite quail with the bow and arrow. This is excellent practice for that.
Then we will move on to the medium-sized ball for the same thing, and finally we will end with the smallest ball.
It's about the size of a golf ball or a ping pong ball. It's a very difficult shot setting still.
And that will be our truly impossible shot. For this IS challenge, Byron will be using his self-designed Royal Safari bow.
This is a Royal Safari bow that I designed for Fred Bear a number of years ago. This one is pulling 73 pounds at 28 inches of draw.
He will also be using his Heavy Hunter 100% carbon arrows with blunt tips, grasshoppers attached, and they also have Luminox.
The grasshopper will grab and prevent the arrow from passing all the way through, and then if you miss, of course, you can find your arrow and shoot again.
Okay, now that you know the setup, let's turn Byron loose, and first off, we need to get the lay of the land. All right. So Byron, I'm thinking kind of right there in that little indention. What do you think?
That looks good to me. That just toward those evergreens. That way the arrow should fall before it makes it all the way to the other property. So.
All right. I got you at just about 23 yards.
It was probably about 21, 22 when I actually released the arrow.
Let's toss one just for an eye line.
Let me look at it. Yeah, I always like to see what I'm getting in.
Good idea. All right. After a couple of practice throws, we realized that the toughest part of the day may not be the cold at all. The problem was going to be me tossing these things correctly, because if I throw that thing up there like this, it's not doing you any good.
No.
Seems like a pretty easy thing. It seems like a pretty big ball.
Oh, you want to do it?
No, I didn't say it was that easy. I should just keep my mouth shut and worry about my part of the job. So here we go. Ball number 1. Oh! It looks like Mr. Ferguson is dialed in. The first attempt bounces off the disc, just narrowly missing the ball. He has his part down right out of the gate. A couple more tries, and then... Oh!
And if you'll notice, that's right in the hole. I picked out one single hole and put that point right in the middle of it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's a winner right there. Byron makes easy work of the first ball, but that was just a warm-up.
Very good.
After the break, we will turn up the heat on this cold and ugly day. What's next, smaller ball?
Smaller ball.
All right.
Well, obviously, the smaller the target becomes, the more precise the shot has to be.
Sure, the first step of this IS challenge might have been fairly easy, but now the smaller ball is making the task quite a bit tougher for Byron Ferguson. He took out our large-sized ball with amazing precision.
Oh. Believe me or not, I was actually shooting at the hole. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
But now we've moved on to a tinier target.
The smaller your aiming point is, the more minute, the more definite your aiming point is, then the size of the target is not not that big a deal because you're shooting at a smaller target. You're not shooting at the whole ball, you're shooting at the center of the hole in a ball.
He keeps shooting, and after a few misses, he admits that he is not exactly following his own shooting advice.
Okay, you caught me. I was making the mistake of shooting at the whole ball. I wasn't shooting at the center of the ball, I was shooting at the whole thing.
And it seems like the cold air is making us both just a little slap happy.
All right, so while you're putting bows back in,
These are arrows.
or that's right, yeah.
that's
You know, again,
bows.
this is why I'm the talker and you're the shooter. There's no margin of error coming in there.
Oh, I like that, arrow. No margin of error.
You see, now you're getting with it. Oh, is it making you quiver? All right.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that was a stretch. All right. All right, Byron, you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Okay,
So what was it there? Lead right, just over the top? What was it?
just over the top. Lead was good.
Lead was good, just a little bit high. Here we go. Oh, very close. What's the toughest thing there?
The hardest thing there on that particular shot is trying to hit the ball without hitting the disc.
Yeah. So a height thing.
It's the
More than a
elevation,
lead
yeah.
Okay, time to pull it together and seriously figure out why Byron is having a tough go of it with our second step of the challenge.
I know you got that perfect vision, so you're seeing that thing easily.
Oh, I can see it. Seeing it's not the issue. Hitting it is the issue.
Lead, timing, height, aim, or the cold weather, whatever the problem was, Byron now has it solved.
Here we go.
Ta-da!
I think we have a winner right there.
Hit it, he does. Now it's on to the payoff, the real test, the smallest target yet.
This is the impossible shot. This one, instead of being a bobwhite quail, it's going to be about the size of a hummingbird.
Phase 3 is the toughest shot by far. The first attempt is no good.
Bad toss.
Thanks again to my less than perfect skills as an assistant.
Why didn't you pull?
I didn't see it. Couldn't see it good enough.
Okay.
The edge of the disc was up a little bit.
Oh, so blocking your view a little bit?
Yeah.
All right.
I could see that about half of the ball.
So again, that was my
was the
fault.
toss.
Exactly.
Byron decides enough is enough.
Okay.
That little thread gonna throw you?
Oh, it was in the way.
The world-class archer wastes no time delivering the winning arrow.
Here we go.
And there it is.
Wow. What'd that
Ta-da!
take? All of 3 minutes? Very nice.
Thank you. Good,
Let's go get that one.
good throw.
Thanks for saying that. But it was a good throw. It was a great shot.
Phase 2 may have been a little tough, but phase 3 went down quickly, no matter how much harder it should have been.
No damage to the disc,
Nothing.
not even a scratch.
Nope.
There's the ball.
So you seriously, wow. Yeah, there's the indention right there.
That was about the size of a golf ball or a ping pong ball. It's a very difficult shot setting still.
Success on a day that was anything but perfect. And as Byron heads off to collect his tools and get warm on this cold, cold Tennessee day, he leaves us with one final thought on exactly how he managed to deal with this chilly challenge and pull off yet another impossible shot.
Archery is my psychiatrist. You cannot shoot a bow and arrow properly and be thinking about something else. You have to put your total focus and concentration on the shot. And that, to me, is the best part of archery. It's very relaxing. After I miss.
Well, we've done it. 100,000 subscribers and growing. And for that, we thank you. If you're interested in seeing full-length current Shooting USA shows, literally the morning after they debut on the network, there's a link in the video description below. A modest subscription price gets you access to over 50 hours of full-length current Shooting USA shows. If you're enjoying the YouTube content, please consider subscribing, leave a like and a comment. It really helps with the algorithm.